Oh, it looks like I'm live. Greetings. Yay. All right. Greetings, everyone. I am Miss Nala Love. I'm a movement and mindset guide. And today I just finished a Jam Down Caribbean dance fitness class. And usually after class, there is an energy that I feel within me that I'm like, okay, I want to create all the content and do all the things. So using that energy, I wanted to come on and do this is my second YouTube live video. And I'm trying not to have everything planned out so perfectly. And I just want to be willing to show up in the ways that I am, raw and willing, and just open to whatever flows in. So we're just going to sit here. We're going to have a little chat. I didn't tell anyone that I was coming on live. This is another just on the whim type of thing, but I'm going to start scheduling them in the future. So I have some accountability. And so that people who are interested in my work and what I have to share also know when to show up and tune in. So I'm glad that you're here. And before we dive into anything, for myself, I feel myself like already rushing through it. So I'm just going to take a breath. So if you want to breathe with me for a moment, I invite you to, if you're sitting, sit up tall, close your eyes if you can, or softly gaze down at the ground. You can have your hands on your lap facing down for grounding, palms facing up for receiving, or if you would like a hand on the heart, hand on the belly, maybe both hands on the heart, maybe both hands on the belly. Figure out what feels really good for you. Just make sure your spine is nice and tall. And we're going to take a deep inhale into the bottom of the belly. So bottom of the belly inflates in through the nose. Open mouth exhale. One more time, in through the nose. Open mouth exhale. Last time, in through the nose. Deep breath in. Inflate lower belly. Slow out through the nose. Make sure we feel nice and settled. Gently blink your eyes open if they're closed. Move around if you need to. Just a welcome into the space. Thank you for being here and taking the time to sit with me today. Really, I'm just taking a couple minutes to kind of talk about the theme and the energy that I'm already feeling for this year, which is 2024 is 224. And if you add up all the numbers, it comes to 8, which is the number of power. So it's about stepping up and into your power. And I have been gradually doing it, but I've been feeling like this pull more towards letting go of fear, letting go of perfection, and really just stepping into what I know and what I feel is right for me, and all that I've been holding onto and creating and just doing all the things within. And like, it's time to let it out, because it's gotten to that point where it's like, you can't keep adding to this. Like, it's overflowing at this point. So you need to just get it out into the world and share it. So that's what I'm here doing. And I wrote this thing that I wanted to share with you, actually. I have it next to me, and now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I feel like I want to share this. And it's about liberation. It's about the war. It's about the war within that many of us don't realize is happening. And I think it's being highlighted in the external and what's happening outside and in the world. So it's something to definitely pay attention to. I'm going to read and then, continue to share what feels right. This is from my journal. So as I'm reading, something feels like, okay, that needs to be kept, and, keeping that potent energy for myself, I will skip over it. If I feel like I need to share it, then I will. I'm also learning that, like, as I'm going through this work, not everything needs to be shared, and not everything should be shared, because there's potent medicine for ourselves in our own journey. So just learning that, not everything needs to be shared. So this is from an entry on 12/23/23, so December 23rd, 2023, so last year, which was like a week ago. This was from 2 weeks ago, so before Christmas. So Read with me, comment on whatever comes up for you, what your thoughts are on this as well. I would love to hear that. So, not many of us are aware that there is a war against our souls, but more and more of us are waking up to it. This war trains us against our natural ways of being, systematically, brick by brick, until we are unable to recognize that we've lost our way. They train us to sleep while we seem awake. So we overwork to build their dreams, overconsume to fuel their mischief, and over individualize. So uniting to help each other return to awareness is less likely. They teach us to live in boxes, live in fear, narrow our minds, and treat our bodies poorly because their agenda matters. Only their agenda matters. The impacts of colonization and consumerism in a white patriarchal and capitalist system are injected deeply into our subconscious. We lose sight of our purpose here because we're not connected to our center. Our center becomes their intellectual property, then it doesn't become their center because they don't have one. To believe it is right to conquer others in violent and inhumane ways is otherworldly. And to continue this passes down generationally till it is being repeated. Our egoic actions hide the shame, the guilt, the anger, the fear it induces. From all of this, I am awakening as a warrior for my soul and for the souls of my people, of my tribe, of you who are showing up here. The revolution we are waking up to is gaining support to be guided back to our center, to our natural ways of being. We call it healing. It is to disidentify with the illusions of the physical and reclaim our kingdoms of abundance, peace, love, community, and joy that have been stolen from us. It is a mass exodus of oppression. Okay, girl, I got deep with this one. A return to the Mecca of infinite intelligence and expansion. To break free requires diligence, discipline, commitment, and support. The liberated will feel an almost involuntary pull to liberate their brethren and sistren. I think that's the pull that I'm feeling to share this. Because until we are all liberated, none of us are. We are all one, we're all connected. So if you are being called to this war, if you're listening to this now, if you're being called to continue listening to this, if you're being called to this war, know it is a colossal undertaking and know that you are fully prepared. Take it battle by battle, allowing your shield of intuition to help you choose wisely. Once you know the truths from your healing journey, you can't forget them, and they will now exist everywhere you look, everywhere within you as well. Living in truth will liberate you. Living in truth will liberate you. Sharing those truths will liberate others. They will join when they are called to, when they are meant to, until we are all free. Ashe. Okay, I love that. That's really good. It felt really good while I was writing it, and it felt really good while I was sharing it just now. And I was like, this is true. This is what we're needing. This is why I'm here, showing up in what I usually stay away from, or I've been waiting for the perfect time to, or to have the perfect material to be ready. But I've decided to just show up and allow it to flow, allow it to be what it is in this space, and allow like my journey of stepping up into my power and doing it clumsily or awkwardly, or, you know, however I'm doing it, to be just real and raw. I feel like a lot we've gotten so used to, and I guess I've fallen into this trap as well. We've gotten so used to like preparing a package so much so that when you present it, it looks perfect. And we've been given these like visualizations through like social media of like what perfect is supposed to look like, and it doesn't look like anything real, like nothing realistic. So like there is no perfect. Like perfect is just is being imperfect. which I'm learning to embrace more and more. So in this, I guess, time, I am slowing down and allowing myself to reflect on the past, reflect and celebrate moments that I've glazed over and or sped by or been like, okay, that's great. What's next? And taking the time to like look back and be like, oh, that was a great moment. That was a great moment. So really making it an intentional time of reflection, because jumping into January, like with the New Year's resolutions and hit the ground running and, trying to do all the things when nature in wintertime is telling us to like slow down and rest and hibernate and like, reroot yourself and make sure it's a time of like grieving and grieving all that you're letting go and grieving the past self of the past year so that you can make space for the new self of the new year and what's to come. So just reflecting and expressing gratitude towards what was, um, expressing gratitude towards what is, and being grateful to be present and being in the moment, which is where everything exists, like in the moment of now. Your authenticity, your ease, your peace, your abundance, your joy, your everything is right now, and it's always right now. And so being able to live into that fully, so I feel like I can bring in what I'm celebrating from my past and really anchor it into the now, and also incorporate my desires of the future into the now, because those desires are what I'm using everything to build up to. And in getting to or reaching for, aiming for, working towards these desires, it's the becoming along the way. And the becoming is you being present in the moments. So just bringing in more of that energy into myself, and knowing that this is an activation of liberation, because I think that we don't have to fight to be free or fight to be liberated. We already are. It's just not activated yet. And I think that with a lot of things within us, it's just not activated yet. So what my work is now is activation, is to alchemize the past and the pains that we've been through, to help us build the now. And the now is how we get to the future that we're imagining. So building onto that. So I have a couple of workshops coming up this month. The first one is just breathing. Like sitting and breathing is such hard work for so many of us. So I'd like to cultivate a space where we can do that together. And that will be recorded, and I'll be sharing tidbits about breath work as well, just throughout everything. And you'll find some on this page too. I have some movement ones, so just exploring self-love and activating self-liberation and just authenticity within yourself, and joy and laughter and play through movement. So that's one of them. I have a just goddess feminine energy activating class where we tap into the waistline and our womb energy and move around in that space and in that way, because I am, my origin is Jamaican, so it's in my blood, it's in my ancestry, it's in my spirit to whine and move around and dance, and to in a specific way to specific music, as my Caribbean people will know. What else is there? I'm doing a jam down. I'm collaborating with this amazing healer named Emily, and we're doing a jam down that's going to be in person here in Oakland. And the other workshops, I'm doing a jam and wine again because I miss choreographing. So that'll be something that I choreograph and I share and bring to you in a space that is virtual. So I will share, if you comment below, I will share it with you personally if you're interested in coming. It's not like a super open space, so not all the links are shared with everyone. I want this to be people who are intentional about showing up in this. So the way you show me that you're intentional is reaching out or like saying, hey, I'm interested, in the comments, and I'll check and get back to you. But I just, like, I thank you for being in this space. I honor your presence. I honor your time and your attention and your intention to just show up in this space of love with love, show so that we can alchemize love, um, and just activate our liberation. So thank you. I want to close this out by taking 3 deep breaths together. So maybe hand on the heart, hand on your lower belly. Close your eyes again, or you can keep them open. Look at something that makes you smile. Take a deep breath in through the nose, inflate the bottom of your belly. Open mouth, exhale. Really sigh it out. Again, inhale, bottom of the belly inflates. Exhale, release. Last time, really breathe deeply into this like you mean it. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Bring your palms to touch. Take a bow. Namaste. The light and power in me sees and honors the light and power in you. Ashe. Until we meet again, I'll see you soon. Yay, I did it. I'm going to take a little moment of celebration and then, I'll be back. We'll do more of these.